Hi! Who here likes listening to music? I know I do, especially when I'm completing what I consider to be mindless tasks, like driving, walking around campus, exercising, stuff like that. But even mindless tasks like these require cognition to complete. Cognition is defined by Merriam-Webster's dictionary as conscious mental activities, or the activities of thinking, understanding, learning, and remembering. We've all heard of active and inactive processes, where we know that it's more tasking on the brain to read or listen to somebody than it is to walk or exercise. And a lot of research has been conducted into music's effect on cognitive task performance, including an experiment I conducted on my own. There's still lots to learn in this area, but let me tell you about what my research has revealed. In 1993, Roscher et al. Wrote an article titled Music and Spatial Task Performance, where their results were termed as the Mozart effect, after they found that people performed better after listening to Mozart music than they did after listening to relaxation instructions or sitting in silence. Thompson et al. Looked into this in 2001 in their article Arousal Mood and the Mozart Effect, where they found that it wasn't necessarily the music of Mozart that caused this effect, but the fast tempo of that particular piece that caused a heightened arousal and mood, which caused the increase in cognitive task performance. Parham and Withy looked into this in 2012 in their article titled Like Music Increases Spatial Rotation Performance Regardless of Tempo. And in their results here, you can see the fast tempo on this side and the slow tempo on this side. The white is the liked music and the gray is the disliked music. But what I noted was that even though there was more of an increase based on preference, there was still a similarity between the disliked fast-tempo music and the liked slow-tempo music. And Parham and did another experiment with Harriet Curry in 2014 that looked into these theories in a different context. In their article, Does Listening to Prefer Music Improve Reading Comprehension Performance? They also looked into the research done into the irrelevant sound effect theory that semantics in the background disrupts cognitive performance, which contradicts most of the music and cognition research that has been done prior. But they also found that most of the music and cognition research has been conducted where participants listen to music prior to completing the task rather than in conjunction with, like with the irrelevant sound effect research. And they conducted an experiment with disliked lyrical music, liked lyrical music, non-lyrical music, and a quiet control condition while measuring reading comprehension. And as you can see from their results here, they found that disliked music and liked lyrical music had equally distracting effects to reading comprehension than did sitting in quiet or listening to non-lyrical music. So take away from this, if you're going to listen to music while studying, do it with non-lyrical music. But I wanted to look further into the relationship between lyrics and tempo. So I designed my own research with 5 conditions, where I had fast tempo music with lyrics and without, slow tempo music with and without lyrics, and a quiet control. And I measured cognitive task performance with the Stroop test, which is where they'll give you like the word red, but it's written in blue text. And you have to give the color of the text instead of the actual word that's on the screen. And my hypothesis is that people would do better in this when listening to fast tempo music than in the slow tempo conditions or the quiet conditions. And after running the calculations, I discovered my hypothesis was in fact wrong. The only condition that showed an increase in cognitive task performance was the slow tempo, no lyric condition. And I also measured people's preference for the music and found that the only condition that people seemed to like was the slow tempo, no lyric condition. And this could support either the irrelevant sound effect theory that the lyrics or the fast tempo were disruptive to the cognitive task, or that music preference does in fact increase task performance. Further research needs to be done, and if I were to conduct this experiment again, I would pre-test the songs to make sure they're more generally liked than what I thought would be liked out of my own personal music collection. So, though I was wrong, I did in fact learn a lot about music's effect on task performance and research in psychology as a whole. So to wrap it all up, we learned about the Mozart effect, the arousal and mood theory, music preference theory, and the irrelevant sound effect, and how some of these theories do seem to contradict each other. I conducted my own research trying to clarify the matter a little bit and found that even my own research couldn't support definitively one theory over another. But to finish up, I'd like to say that though more research does need to be done, each study that's done gets us one step further into understanding how music affects our cognitive performance and what music needs to be selected for what tasks we're completing. Thank you.